Thank you for joining us today. What we're going to do is go over how to fit armor once you've received it. Now, depending on the choice that you made when you ordered your vest, whether it has a butt fit, which is where the panels fit together just right on the side seam, or an overlap, that will determine a lot of whether you feel it's comfortable or it fits properly or not. So there's a couple of things that you want to remember when you're actually putting your vest on for the first time and adjusting it. So Dave, why don't you go ahead and throw this vest on. Now, depending on the brand of armor that you get, you might get one that has a 4-inch wide strap. You might have one that gets two 2-inch wide straps on the side. But the main thing is to make sure that when it fits together on the sides, it's fitting the way that you wanted it to when you ordered it. Now, when we strap this in and have it somewhat snug, this fits pretty close to a butt fit or touching on the side, and that's important. But the problem that we have is, you can see this is maybe a little bit higher than we want, and if you'll turn sideways, the back is probably higher than we want also. So typically what will happen is when you receive your vest, you should have more than one set of straps. And the important thing is to have the shoulders adjusted properly. These straps on the shoulders are actually too short for our subject here. So we want to change them out with the longer straps. So this is what happens when you adjust the straps from the short to the long. Basically what we're doing is we're adding almost 2 inches of strap to the shoulders. Alright, so what this allows us to do is bring the vest down a little bit. It should hit close to the belly button. That's typically where we like to see the vest. That gives you a couple inches of space between the bottom of the vest and your duty belt, which will allow you to sit down comfortably and not have the vest pushing up nor rolling on the bottom. So with the shoulder straps adjusted properly, this drops down a little bit, and actually we get a little more wrap around the side. So depending on how you like to wear your vest, typically I like the front to overlap the back. And then we'll do the same on this side. And adjust that. And then what you want to make sure is this is above or pretty close to your duty belt, but this is a little bit lower on the back than it was before. So by covering as much of it as possible, it's not cutting underneath your arms. And then on the front, turn this way again, it's comfortable on where it hits you on the collar, and then also comfortable where it hits you on the bottom. Now they will go ahead and sit down. So as you can see in a sitting position, the vest hasn't moved, and it's hitting right at the top of his duty belt, and that's exactly where you want it to fit. Now, even though it's a little slack on the shoulders, the vest isn't riding or moving on it, and that's a good fit. That's the way you want your vest to fit. So typically, when you get your vest, you throw it on the first time, it probably won't fit the way that you want it to. So you need to take the time to make sure that you have the proper straps and the proper adjustment made.